All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Glad you guys could join us. My name is Marnie Hernandez. Today, and again, appreciate the change. We had our Evolution birthday party this weekend. So I had a lot of events to go to. So I rescheduled from yesterday to today. So I appreciate you guys, joining me today. It's not usually on Sundays. But for those that aren't, I will record this so that way, again, people have different schedules in church and family days. But as you know, we're following through on Apple Leisure Group. And as you see with Apple Leisure Group, they have a ton of training, okay? So when you sign in, you'll see. And again, a big thing I want to point out right here, Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Instead of Disney travel agents and just booking there, you can go here to ALG and book Disneyland and Disney World and include airfare and include rental car and include even Universal Studios tickets too. So now you have two resources to do that. Again, we've done a few of these already. We just finished Amstar, we've done Iberostar, and today we're doing Karisma. Again, as you see, we have Bahia we have to complete, and then I think there's several others down here that we will complete. So that's why on the calendar, when you go to our calendar, you'll just see ALG part 5, part 10, so because we never know. Sometimes, we were on Egypt. If anybody was with me at Egypt, 3.5 hours we were on. So you never know what it's going to run. Okay. But that's why they're ALG. But I try to put it in the night before and say, hey guys, join us. And, here it is. Like right here, I put the link and then we can start. All right. And just so you guys know, we are doing Jamaica on Thursday and starting Seabourn Cruise Line on Friday. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. And we'll go back up here. Charisma. I don't know if I could click there. No. Okay. So it's probably down here. Bum, bum, bum.
Okay. Marnie, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was on ALG, or I'm sorry, my ALG that I have, the website, it brings me to VAX. So should I be on a different one than VAX?
Click on it. A lot of time you have to click through the link. So click on this link that I just put in the chat box.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then you'll just put the I-attend number and then it'll take you right into ALG. It should take you here. And then I think you can type Karisma up here or right down here. It looks like it's down here.
Oh, sorry. I went on the link, so I wasn't watching you.
Okay, no worries. So once you get in here, good morning, good afternoon, hello. You can either put Karisma up here or down here. You can click.
So the link as well brought me to VAX, which I'm already on.
Correct.
So I just type Karisma in the search engine and in VAX?
No, not in VAX. I would get completely out of VAX. I would click on that link. Yes, it takes you into VAX, but when you put in the IATA number, it'll take you here to ALG direct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So let me know once you're there. I don't
Sorry, I was trying to log in on my computer, so I'm having to use my phone to do the link and look at you at the same time. One moment.
Okay, hold on one sec. Hello.
Are you only going to do Karisma today? Is that the only one? Oh.
No, I didn't. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, I'm just starting my certificate workshop, so I'll send it over. That's okay. No worries. I'll get it right over. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye. Sorry, guys. I had a new agent that wants to sign up.
Nice. I'm also on that page as well.
This page?
I'm on the page at the top, it looks the same, but when I scroll down and I see all the little options, I don't see the one that says Azul like you have.
It's under, it's right here. So you go back here, it says Karisma at the bottom. I'm out of it again.
Yeah,
just type in here 0582480. Okay. And then from here, go all the way down. And it's on the bottom left of mine. It's right here. Azul Beach Resort. Karisma. If you don't have it there, maybe up here, type in Azul. AZUL. And that hopefully should bring it up. They brought it up for me. Hopefully that did it for you.
Oh, now it is there. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. All right, so again, let me know everybody's there and if anybody needs anything. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started.
And Marnie, are you only gonna do this Azul today? 'Cause I finished
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, unless it's only 20 minutes, then we'll go into another one.
Okay,
So-
so I'm just gonna sit and then watch, because I've done that. Azul Beach Resorts by Karisma, I did that one. Like, I only have a couple electives and then the Hyatt Resorts collections. That's
Okay,
so I'll wait. I'll just watch.
let me see where we're at. Launch. All right, so yeah, again, I never know how long these are, so that's why I can't say for sure. Because I like to at least do an hour training, if not longer, to get through as much as we can. Because again, we want to go into another training also and keep moving forward, right? We're also going to be doing starting on Disney and Princess again and Universal. I try to do those each year. So okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and get all right. Okay, next.
Discover a worry-free world.
Yeah, this looks
To
like
get
it's gonna
away
be pretty short. I
from
don't
desktop
it shouldn't be this short.
to poolside.
Did I miss something? Because this is like too short.
Time for a new space to recharge.
There was a little video before that one on mine. Just a little one.
Okay, let's see. So there's the introduction, which is here. There's this video here. And then this
Discover
video.
a worry-free world.
Maybe this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for viewing. Okay. All right, but that can't be all. All right, so let's look and see. This is just one section. Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
Move on to the next. Where's the next?
Create your account.
Okay, fact sheets, travel agent, wedding flyer.
Discover a worry-free world. To get away from desktop to poolside.
Does anybody know
Time for
where
a new space to recharge. Time
When
to make
you're on the
lasting
main
memories.
screen for all of the supplier trainings,
Huh?
when you're on that main screen for all of the supplier trainings, if
Leading
you
you
click
free
in the
to
middle where
adult
that big
together.
featured supplier is, view now, it'll bring up all of the Karisma stuff.
Okay. Okay, I already got my certificate. That was good, huh?
Yeah.
Here's this series. All right, there we go. All right, did you guys see that? So we have world-class gourmet El Dorado, Azul Beach, Nickelodeon, Margaritaville, Generations, Karisma Hotel Knowledge Check. Everybody there?
Yeah, now we're on to
Perfect.
something.
All right, so 7 courses. All right, let's get going. That's the other one. Okay, that's what we just did, I think. Hold on. Nope, this is it. Okay. Hi. Yeah, we didn't get home till like 12:30. I went to bed at 2:30, got up, went to breakfast at 9 with everybody today, and it's like, I'm tired. All right, let's take a look. All right, so this is gourmet inclusive resorts. So get paid to upgrade. Earn an additional 2% bonus commission on an entire portion when you book upgraded room categories at specific Karisma resorts in Mexico and the Caribbean. You get more rewards for you. Earn 10 wave points for every $30 on fit ENVF packages. Earn 20 points for every 30 on contracted group ENVF packages. Watch for monthly bonus waves offers that frequently include Karisma properties. Double dip. Remember, points automatically track to your waves account, but don't forget to log your bookings to charismatravelaagents.com to earn even more. And again, guys, make sure you do that because a lot of people earn free nights and stuff. The more you book, the more you earn. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't just fill out your.
Thank you, everyone. I'm very, very excited to be here. Always happy to share all the information that we have. And absolutely, thank you for the partnership we have
real quick,
with, in this case, ALG Vacations.
Okay, this is 48 minutes for just this one video. Okay, so again, this one may take two days, 3 days, or whatever. I'm gonna speed it up just a little. Let me know if it's too much. Okay. Just to kind of get through it fast.
Thank you guys for all you do. And we're going to go ahead and begin. As Michael said, if you have any questions, feel free to put that on the chat box and we'll be happy to go through at the very end. Okay, so once again, I'm Paulina Salazar. I'm the Regional Sales and Marketing Manager for the Midwest area in USA. And today we're going to check out all the brands that we have through Karisma Hotels and Resorts. Okay, everything that we have here. One of the questions that you guys ask a lot, and I'm always there to assist you guys, is who are we? Okay, who is Karisma Hotels and Resorts? We are actually a world-class resource and hotel management company. Okay, so all of the brands that you see right there, they are managed by us. Okay, it does not mean that we own those brands, but actually we manage all of those particular brands, from the sales point, from the marketing side, from the revenue side, all of those. And of course, the sales team that we are here to assist you are there to support on anything or any questions that you have. So as you can see, we have big brands, okay, from Margaritaville, from the El Dorado, from Nickelodeon brand, Generations, Azul, Hidden Beach, Karisma Villas, and then of course Saint Somewhere. So all of those brands are managed by Karisma Hotels and Resorts. Guys, the industry has spoken. Okay, all the brands that you just saw right there, they have been on one of the top award-winning programs in the award-winning program market. Okay, so our industry, we have been through TripAdvisor, we have been to Travel Weekly, the Mangallion Awards, the Fourth Diamond, the Quality Travel Readers. If your clients have any questions in regards the particular brands where we have been posted or noticed, you can always share this information. You can reach out to me, you can reach out to your direct regional sales and marketing manager, depending on where you are located, and we'll be happy to share this information with you guys. But just know that we have been on those particular top award-winning programs out there, and we are very proud to be part of those. I know CDC has gotten a little bit more flexible with this whole pandemic situation. You know, we are very happy to say that they are a little bit more flexible. However, we are still offering or putting out there our Karisma Peace of Mind campaign. In case you have clients that they are looking to have their antigen test or their PCR test because they want to be a little bit more precautious, we can understand that. All of the Karisma Hotels and Resorts continue to offer on-site testing, guys. Okay, they don't necessarily have to go out of the hotel, go take the transfer, go to the local location. They don't necessarily have to do it. We still are offering all of this, the antigen test and the PCR testing options for your guest. Okay, all we ask you, and this is something that I always push a lot to you guys, is to check the protocols, the procedures, the cost of the antigen test or PCR test in our official page, which is karismahotels.com/Karisma Peace of Mind. That's where they will find all that information, guys. So it's very important for you to share this information with them, just for them to have the accurate details on that. So we're going to go ahead and jump real quick into what is a world-class gourmet inclusive experience through Karisma Hotels and Resorts. Okay, so what's happening, who we are, what we are focused on, and of course, what we are known for. Okay, one of the top questions that I get asked a lot, it is, Paulina, what is your top selling point with Karisma Hotels? I'm always going to say that is the food, guys. Okay, we are known because of the food. If you have clients that they love the different type of seasons or flavors, mixes out there through the food, we are known because of that. That's what distinguishes us from the rest of the competitors out there. And of course, also the Karisma experience. We have different type of options for every type of travelers. And I know some of you here have been on our properties, and thank you for that, for continuing on promoting those. And if you have not been on our properties, believe me that whenever you go into our properties, you're gonna find find that Karisma experience, starting with our unique beachfront locations. Whether you go, I don't know, in Jamaica, in Dominican Republic, or here in Mexico, where we have most of the brands, there's always that unique beachfront location. From El Dorado Maroma to Azul Beach in Resort in a Grill, all ocean front, you will have the top option for your particular clients that are looking for those particular locations. Lifestyle and consumer brands, guys. This talks a little bit about into the Nickelodeon experience and also the Margaritaville brand, okay? We have those particular brands for those particular markets. And as you can see, those particular brands, they are big empires. They have tons of generations and of course, tons of brands out there below or above the particular brand. So we are able to offer any type of lifestyle and consumer brands depending on what your client is looking for. And talking a little bit about the El Dorado brand, which it is a Mexican authentic brand that we have, even though it's in the El Dorado brand, each El Dorado property has its own personality as well. So we do have those particular options or experiences in order for you to offer your clients. We also have multi-generational and also adult-only hotels. And then, of course, we also have those particular properties where we have adult-only section and also the family section, okay? So we have those options for them. Remember that in Karisma Hotels and Resorts, the adults-only experience is 18 and up. We have those particular options for those particular travelers as well. And last but also very, very important is our service. Whether you come down here in Mexico, because I'm actually based in Cancun area, very close to the properties, or whether you go into Dominican Republic or Jamaica in a grill, you're gonna have and you're gonna see that particular atmosphere of our staff. They are always looking after your clients' expectations on whatever they need. They always try to find your client's face to say, hola, how are you? Or for example, in Dominican Republic, they always try to find your client's face to see if you're having a good time. And if not, they will do their best to make that experience as much possible as perfect for them. And then, like I mentioned to you guys, we are experts on masters of on the culinary. Okay, we have from different type of options. One of the things that I love to always tell you guys is that we don't carry buffet styles. We actually have our food displays. Our food displays, your clients will always find a food display whenever they go for breakfast time at our restaurants in all of the Karisma brands. Okay, so I know you're asking, Paulina, what is the difference between the food display and the buffet style? Well, there's a huge difference, guys. Okay, so whenever you go into a restaurant and they have buffet style, is that you're gonna see tons of food display there with tons of options, okay? With the food displays, it's a little bit more different. It's a little bit more personalized, okay? You have someone, a chef cooking fresh food for you at the breakfast time. If you want scrambled eggs or you want an omelet or you want pancakes or hot cakes, if it's in Spanish, pancakes or hot cakes, they will make that fresh for you. You will also have a smaller dish with different type of options in order for our staff to serve you, okay? So that's a little bit of a difference. It's more personalized for your client's stay. And then, of course, we also have a la carte services for dinner time, for lunch time. We always have that a la carte service. And another important thing that distinguishes is the dietary restrictions that we are able to accommodate. Karisma is well known because of that. If you have clients that they are celiac free or dairy free, or they are vegetarians, vegans, or maybe they are pescatarians, that is something that I learned, that it is not a new lifestyle, pescatarians out there. So we are able to accommodate to any type of dietary restrictions out there. Even allergies, we are on top of that. Character dining, guys, we also do that, going towards the Nickelodeon brand, Pajama Jam out there. We are able, you're able to have your breakfast time while the characters are dancing. And then believe me, for the adults, believe me, and I say this because I'm an adult, your little kid comes out whenever you go into the Pajama Jam. Our signature bars, our gourmet corners, and our pop-up experiences, we have those at all of the restaurants and all of the hotels of Karisma Hotels and Resorts. Signature bars talks a little bit about those particular options that we have. For example, one of them, and if you are familiar with this particular property, is El Dorado Seaside Suites, that has the Mezcalito bar. It is actually a bar that is dedicated, and all of the drinks that you will see on that particular bar, the base is the mezcal. If you like the tequila, I'm very sure you're gonna love the mezcal, because the mezcal is actually the mother of the tequila. You know, it's first the mezcal and then the tequila. So we have that particular option, different type of signature bars. Another perfect example is at El Dorado Royal, where we have our martini bar, where you can find different type of options of martinis. One of the top ones, which is our signature drink for that particular bar, is the chocolate martini. And then, of course, different type of options out there. Gourmet corners and pop-up experiences goes a little bit into whenever your client, if by any chance, and believe me, it has happened, tons of clients, they have that particular they are full with all of the activities, you know, and they sometimes forget that they have to go to restaurants to have lunch, to have dinner, you know. Well, we will have our gourmet corners or pop-up experiences through the whole day in order for them to experience maybe a taco station or a paella station or even a mojito station walking through the room, you know. So we do have those particular options as known for the masters of culinary. And then, of course, also our amazing accommodations, guys. We have our different type of options. One of the top demands that we have had, it's actually the swim up suites. Clients are looking for a little bit more of intimate getaway, so we have those available at all of the Karisma brands out there. We also have the first overwater bungalows in the Riviera Maya in the heart of Mexico, which is Palafitos. They don't necessarily have to travel all the way around the world, maybe take 3 flights to get to an overwater bungalows. We have that very close in the heart of Mexico. Our amazing villas, I always say that, and if you have heard me say this, I always say that they're like the Kardashians' home because they are big mansions to me. You know, they have 5 to 6 bedroom suites. They have their own secluded pool area, entertainment area, even kids club for the little ones for those particular private getaways. Suites located steps from the beach, from the most famous beach. One of them is actually Azul Beach in Resort in Negril, which is located in one of the most beautiful beach in the world, which is 7 Mile Beach. And then of course the rest of the hotels that they offer those particular experiences. And last but also very, very important, our theme suites goes into the lifestyle and consumer brands, which is Margaritaville, and of course also Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts. So where are our properties based? Most of our properties are actually in the Riviera Maya in Mexico. We also have 2 properties in Punta Cana and Cap Cana in Dominican Republic, and then we have 1 property in Negril in Jamaica. Buckle up, guys, because we're gonna go real quick into Riviera Maya in Mexico. This is actually how we are, or where our hotels are located. As you can see, the closest ones to Cancun International Airport are El Dorado Royal and El Dorado Casitas. The more we go into the Tulum area, you're gonna come across El Dorado Maroma, Palafitos, and then of course the last 3 property, which is El Dorado Seaside Suites, El Dorado Seaside Palms, and of course Hidden Beach. So we have 5 El Dorado properties, guys. As I mentioned to you, the El Dorado brand, it is our Mexican adult only option. Okay, if your clients are trying to look or they want to come in down and experience a Mexican authentic experience, those are the properties that you want to send them to. We're going to go into the El Dorado Seaside Palms, which is the last property, or actually the one that is closest to Tulum area. This is actually a perfect option for those particular travelers that are looking for a very cozy Caribbean style hotel. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the restaurants, how many bars, none of that, because you can find this information on the fact sheets. But what I'm going to talk about is the experience, guys. If you have those particular travelers that are looking to have a very cozy, very Caribbean style, they are looking for the beach, this is a perfect option for them. Since it's very close to the Tulum area, the beach option here is one of the Akumal beaches, that way it's near that area. It's a beautiful beach option for those particular travelers that are looking for the beach. Perfect suntan, we have a lot of palm trees through the property, we have swim up options here. If you are doing an adult getaway, this is perfect because we are able to request double beds for those particular travelers, 3 guests maximum occupancy, 3 adults maximum occupancy, and then of course we have different type of options here, from the Mexican restaurant, from the Italian restaurant. Also we have on this particular hotel one of the top or biggest spas in the area, which is a Naya Spa. The Naya Spa is actually the Mayan, it's based, all of the services are based on the Mayan experience. Okay, so you will find tons of options or services based on the Mayan culture. If you have travelers that are looking to experience that, this will be perfect for them. And then of course, right next door, guys, within walking distance, we have El Dorado Seaside Suites. So if you're asking, Paulina, do they share privileges? And the answer will be yes. Okay, they do both share restaurant privileges. They also share bar privileges, entertainment as well, and they can go up and down the properties with no problem, guys. This particular property, El Dorado Seaside Suites, is perfect for those particular travelers that, or maybe groups as well, that they want to have a very amazing panoramic view. Okay, all of the suites, they offer ocean front. They also offer swim ups. We also have here the option, if you're doing a group getaway, we can put them on one of the floors. So guess what? They will have a full floor or pool option for them. We do have the particular room accommodation that is that can actually connect to the main pool area, directly to the bar. This is a perfect option for groups getaways, but also for anniversary celebrations or romantic celebrations or honeymoon celebrations. Okay, we have here one of our favorite restaurants, which is Klai Talai. It is an Asian infusion cuisine that we have there. So if you're a sushi lover, this is an amazing location or option for your clients. We also have here our Mezcalito bar, the one that I mentioned to you, one of our signature bars that it is focused on the mezcal. Based on all of the drinks are with the base of mezcal, and then of course different type of options on other different type of drinks for that. So both of them are perfect options also for those particular travelers. So El Dorado Seaside Palms and El Dorado Seaside Suites, they are perfect for those particular travelers that are not just only looking to stay at the property, but they also want to discover a little bit of the surrounding areas, like the local areas. Since both of the hotels are very close to Tulum area, guess what? They're very close to the archaeological zone of Tulum. They are also very close to Playa del Carmen, where we have the famous Fifth Avenue. It's also very close to those natural attractions like the cenotes or sinkholes, the natural parks out there. So it is a perfect location for those travelers that are also looking to discover a little bit of what the local area has to offer. Moving forward, guys, we have El Dorado Casitas Royal. This particular hotel, it's approximately 40 minutes from Cancun's International Airport. It is right in between Playa del Carmen and Puerto Morelos. So it is a perfect option for honeymooners or anniversary couples. I recommend it a lot for those particular travelers because the atmosphere is very intimate, very romantic, guys, okay? All of the casitas or the little homes, they have king size bed. You will not find a casita here that has double beds or that may accommodate 3 adults. Maximum occupancy is 2 adults. That's why it's very, it's a good option for those romantic getaways. Also, we have different type of enclaves or U-shape. This is how they look. They have as the picture that you see right there, we have 8 of those, okay? We have different options from swim up options, the casitas that have their own private pool. Also, we have the one that connects to the lazy river, it goes to the bar option just for your clients to grab a margarita and go back to the room. And then of course we have those particular casitas that offer a little bit more of an intimacy, which are beachfront casitas. They are all alone and they are a little bit more intimate. So it is a perfect option for those particular travelers that are looking to have a very nice celebration. Also, casitas, they have exclusive amenities. All of the belly beds are for casitas guests. They also have from the soap menu, the pillow menu, the aromatherapy menu, and they get to personalize their mini fridge. And why do I say that the belly beds are for casitas guests only? Is because right next door have El Dorado Royal and also Generations, a property that we're going to look in just a few moments, okay? But just keep that in mind. They do share restaurant privileges, they do share entertainment, they also share the bars, they can actually go open now, but the valley beds are exclusively for casitas guests, okay? We have an El Dorado guest coming to casitas. Yes, they can use the bars, they can use the restaurants, but they cannot use the valley beds or even the pools that are casitas are for exclusively casitas guests. This is the property that I was telling you about. El Dorado Royal is actually one of the top options that I always recommend a lot for those particular travelers that are a little bit more active, okay? They love to have a heavy agenda or itinerary during their stay. They love to be doing, I don't know, the 5-kilometer run. They wake up very early, they do the run, they want to do the bicycle rentals, then they want to go into the pool to do some aqua aerobics or even a Zumba on the pool. And they also have the option to have maybe a tequila session or tequila tasting. We have, believe me, we do have a unique area on the property that it is all decorated in the tequila. We have our tequilier, and he's providing that particular activity during your client's stay. And then of course, this is also where our famous, one of our famous restaurants is located, which is Fuentes, our culinary theater, where it's amazing, guys. I don't know if you have seen Master Chef, but it's a little bit similar to that, okay? Whenever you your clients enter the restaurant, they're gonna find themselves with 4 big screens, and they're gonna have the lights, camera, action. The chef is gonna be cooking right kind of like in front of them, and whenever the dish is ready, the waiters come out, they do their dance. We have a band person or a singer, and they're gonna be putting your the dish that the chef was cooking in your client's table, okay? So it is a very nice culinary experience for those particular foodie lovers. This particular property also offers, since it's perfect with tons of activities going on, it does also offer double beds on request, okay? So it's perfect for groups getaways, and if you actually work with wedding groups, it's also a perfect option for your travelers, because since it's right next to Casitas and El Dorado Royal, and then also right next to Generations, you can actually request rooms on the 3 properties for your groups or your wedding getaway. Moving forward, guys, we have El Dorado Maroma. This is actually my favorite property, guys, okay? I always love to tell you that this is one of my top favorite properties because it's very boutique, very small, okay? So like I said, you guys are the expert. You're going to go ahead and check and see, and kind of like if you do questions to your clients, you're going to know where to send your clients to, okay? So this is a perfect boutique hotel for those particular travelers that are looking to just have a very relaxed time. Maybe if you have yoga people, or maybe if they're trying to go into a spiritual retreat or maybe a wellness retreat, this is the type of hotel you want to send those travelers to, okay? It is El Dorado Maroma is actually located right in one of the top beach in Mexico, which is Maroma Beach. It is a very calm beach. I do not recommend it for those particular travelers that are looking for waves to kind of like do surf. No, because it's very calm, guys. So you can actually grab your margarita, walk all the way into the Maroma Beach, and your margarita is going to be all good with you. So this is the type of people that you want to send, that they want to relax, have a good time, and just kind of like disconnect from the outside world. And we have options here for even honeymooners, anniversary couples, but we also have options for groups getaway or even weddings getaway that are doing a very intimate getaway or wedding. We have those options here. We also have the Naya Spa that has tons of options on the Mayan experience. And then of course, we have one of the top demands on the type of room category, which is Mi Hotelito. You see the picture right at the bottom right hand corner, that's Mi Hotelito section. It's a very cozy mini boutique hotel inside this boutique hotel, okay? So it's one of the top options that most of the travelers request because they have beachfront options on here. Right at El Dorado Maroma, guys, we have Palafitos, our overwater bungalows, amazing experience, okay? They are right inside the El Dorado Maroma. Whenever guests or whenever you book guests at Palafitos overwater bungalows, they are right to El Dorado Maroma. They get into the lobby. Right outside the lobby, we have the butler waiting for them to take them into the golf cart all the way to the Palafitos private lounge, where they're going to do their check-in. They're going to get assigned their butler. They're going to arrange all their amenities that the Palafito has to offer, from the aromatherapy, the menu for the type of pillow that they want, the type of soap that they're going to go ahead and use, and of course they get to personalize their mini fridge. They're also going to have their reservations set with the private butler for dinner time. It is a very nice experience, guys. Most of the guests here, or what the type of traveler that you want to send here, is for those romantic getaways or maybe those anniversary celebrations, honeymoon celebrations. You get into your Palafito, you have your if you book the elite overwater bungalow, you're going to have tons of options of alcohol bottles included. You also have your snorkel equipment. You have the ladder to access the ocean. You have your deck that you have. It's actually double size of that particular deck that you see, because we just remodeled that particular deck. So it's where you can actually request a perfect dinner time with your couple, or maybe a lunchtime set up right there on that particular deck. So it is a perfect or amazing option for those particular celebrations. Since over the Palafitos over water bungalows, it's right inside El Dorado Maroma. They do share privileges. So guests staying at Palafitos can actually hop over to El Dorado Maroma and take advantage of the restaurants, activities, the bar. Palafitos guests, they do have a restaurant. So in case, I know you're questioning, Paulina, can El Dorado Maroma guests go into Palafitos over water bungalows? Yes, they can actually go into the restaurant, but they have to pay an additional fee. I can always get that information for you in case you need it. And then we also have Hidden Beach. Hidden Beach is actually one of our unique offerings out there because most of the market or most of the travelers are used to this particular lifestyle. Yes, it is our clothing optional hotel that we have. It is a very boutique hotel, very secluded. Travelers here are used to this particular lifestyle. Where it's located is actually right next to El Dorado Seaside Suites and El Dorado Seaside Palms. They do have a secluded beach area. They have a secluded pool area, swim up options here. And as I mentioned to you, this is for those particular travel agents that are used to this particular market out there. Okay, so if you want to learn more, a little bit more about these particular options, I can always jump with you on to that particular question. Okay, but we have those unique offerings for those particular markets out there. And then we just finished our adult only options, guys. So we're going to jump into real quick the families options that we have out there. Okay, so going into the gourmet inclusive experience, we have here tons of options. Very important, guys, tons of options for you to let your client know that they can request those for the little ones. Okay, if you are working with a family and they have a toddler or they have a baby, let them know that we have those items included, guys. They don't have to pay an additional fee. They are included, and you just let us know what they need, and we'll be happy to place any of those items into your client's stay. So we're gonna go into Riviera Maya in Mexico. We have 4 amazing properties here, which one of them is Generations. Remember that we spoke about Casitas, El Dorado Royal, and then Generations is actually right next to those particular adult-only hotels. So this is the perfect hotel for those families or large families getaways. We actually have a room category here that can accommodate up to 12 guests, guys. So it's 6 adults, 6 children. So if you have a large family that you're working with, this will be a perfect option for them. Plus, guess what? If inside the particular family that you're working with, they are 18 and up adults, they can enjoy the facilities of the El Dorado Casitas and also El Dorado Royal. Okay, so they can actually go to the restaurants, have fun at the activities that the adult only have, or maybe they can want to go into the bar, Mezcalito, to the Martini bar, I'm sorry, at El Dorado Royal. They can actually do that, but they have to be 18 and up. And then, of course, this is also a very perfect option for your wedding groups or for your groups getaway because of the room accommodation that it offers. Okay, as it has for large families, or maybe for if you're doing a wedding group and you want to request rooms at the adult only options and you want to request rooms at the family section, then you will have that available. One of the top things that I do recommend here is that if you're sending a family, let them know that we have our Echo Kids Club that is ages 4 to 12, and that if they want to take advantage for like an adult only night, they want to hop over to dinner time at the adults only restaurant, they can leave the little ones at the Echo Kids Club. The latest that the club is available is until 10 p.m. Okay, but that's an option for them to kind of like also have fun as an adult only stay. Moving forward, we also have Azul Beach Resort Riviera Cancun. I'm going to take a pause here and I'm going to put myself on the spot, guys. Okay, I was actually talking with Michael in regards that I live very close to the properties, guys. I'm in Riviera Cancun, so guess what? I live in paradise. But don't judge me, okay? I'm not a beach lover. I'm actually a pool lover, guys. So this is actually a perfect option for those particular clients that they don't mind about the beach, okay? What they're looking is the experience at the property, okay? They're looking for pool options. Maybe they want to just grab their margarita, going to the lazy river, get out and go to their beach or lounge chair, and they just want to be there having fun on the suntan. They enjoy a particular musician that is playing close to the pool. This is the type of hotel you want to send your travelers to. It is a family-friendly hotel. It is perfect for very small families, like the 2 adults, 2 little ones, and then a toddler. Okay, it's a perfect option. This is actually one of the hotels that also offers the connecting rooms on guarantee whenever you book that category. And then, of course, it's also the home of Le Chic, which is Le Chic is an adult-only experience. I always tell you guys this is a gastronomic tour that you do whenever you go into the restaurant of Mexico. Okay, you at least will try 22 dishes of every state in Mexico. We have 32, including the capital. Okay, so it is a perfect option for those particular travelers that they don't mind about the beach, but they prefer to be at the pool. We have also here, or it's perfect also for those particular weddings getaways or groups getaways, because we have a family section. We also have a premium section, and then we also have the adult only section. So as you can see, you can actually put into your group contract different type of room categories and options for those particular travelers. And then moving forward real quick, guys, going to Margaritaville Island Resort by Karisma. This is actually our first Margaritaville hotel that opened. Put in pause also here just to explain the partnership that we have with Margaritaville. As you know, Margaritaville is a very top brand out there in the USA that has a huge empire, guys. I'm talking about clothing line, radio stations. They even have universities or colleges that you become an island ambassador. Those particular empires out there that this particular brand has. Well, we are very honored to be the branch luxury, or I would say the hotel luxury line or branch of the luxury side. Okay, so whenever you see a Margaritaville that is Island Resort by Karisma, that means that it's the luxury side of that particular brand, and that we are an all-inclusive offer. Okay, so we opened back in 2020 this particular hotel. And it's a very boutique property located in Riviera Maya. It is a family-friendly property, guys. So it does have options for swing-up options, family options. It does have the option for perfect wedding venues, because we do have our Margarita weddings packages here available. And then, of course, the whole vibe immersed into the Margarita vibe. Okay, from the beginning, you arrive to the property, you get your Margarita popsicle, you get your lime popsicle for the little ones, and then you get your flip-flops, and then you get into that state of mind of relaxation. So it is a perfect option for those particular travelers. Something very important, guys, here is that depending on the room category that you book your clients in and the number of nights, they're going to get points. Paulina, why do they get points? We actually have a particular section in the hotel that is called Joyce Merchant. Okay, Joyce Merchant is our souvenirs and coffee provisions. Okay, you're going to have different type of items like soda, wines, chips, local items as well, or local desserts as well, where your clients are going to personalize their mini fridge during their stay. Okay, they don't. How many of you, whenever you go to a hotel, you don't actually drink or eat what's on the mini fridge? At Margaritaville Island Reserve, you get to personalize your mini fridge, and that's why you get points depending on the room category and the number of nights. And then we're going to go into Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts in Riviera Maya. This is actually a perfect option for those particular travelers as a family. Okay, it opened 1 year ago, guys. We just had our first anniversary in August 1st. This is actually a hotel that I always love to tell you that is a destination that you're sending your client to from the beginning. We have here oceanfront room locations. They all have a swim up option. As you know, if I'm not yet a mother, but in the future I'm going to be one. Whenever you actually have a family, what's very important is to have at least 2 bathrooms on that particular getaway. Guess what? This particular hotel has 2 full complete bathrooms, guys, for the family, and also has the connecting suites available. It does have all the water park experience, the Nickelodeon vibe. It's all in here, guys. The moment that you arrive, you see SpongeBob, or you might come across Paw Patrol team. You might come across with all of those 20+ characters that this particular property has to offer. We also have a theater that we have our Slime Time Live. If you are familiar with the brand, you have seen on TV that there's Slime Time Live, where we have our competitions. Here at this particular property, families compete against other families, and of course the winner gets to get slime, the honor to get slime. We have here the water park that has more than an activity section. It has a lot of slides for the little ones and for the big ones, and then we also have the Paw Patrol area for the toddlers. Not just only an adult options for the teenagers or for the adults, but also we are counting on the little ones for that. And then we also have our themed signature suites. Okay, we have from the Pineapple Suite, the Turtles Lair. We also have the 2 big kahunas, and they have their private amenities here, or their upscale amenities. They have a private butler. They have the private meet and greet with the character. They also have the massages included. So they have different items or exclusive amenities as part of this particular option with them. And of course, also the transfer is included. Real quick, guys, jumping into the Karisma villas. Like I mentioned to you, we actually have 3 of those. There are different type of options out there. They have 2 family-friendly villas, and then we have an adult-only villa. They are exclusively for those families getaways that are very intimate. You have everything on property or at the villa. You have from the spa center, you have from the entertainment center, you have the pool, the secluded pool area. So it's like I always tell you guys, it's like a mansion, because you have to go through your gated security area in order for the family or for the group to enter this particular villa. So we do have those particular options. Real quick, guys, finishing up almost into our destinations. Negril. Okay, we have here one hotel that is called Azul Beach Resort in Negril. You do have to do a drive of 90 minutes because it is located on one of the top beach in the world, which is 7 Mile Beach. If you have beach lovers, this is also a perfect option for those beach lovers, because believe me, even though I'm not a beach person, this is actually a very amazing beach location that I always love. It does have, as well as the other Azul family section, it does have the adult only section and also the premium section. What I love about this property is that all of the suites are ocean front. You open up your balcony. If you are on the swim up option, you can actually open up your balcony, go into the swim up option, you step up from the swim up, and you within walking distance, you're stepping right into 7 Mile Beach. We also have here options for double beds on request, and then of course the whole local vibes comes alive at night. It's amazing, this property, guys. And then in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, we have one property, which is Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Punta Cana. Actually, this is the first Nickelodeon property that opened back in 2016. It is the home of the Pineapple Villa, which is the home of SpongeBob. It's fully decorated in SpongeBob theme. It also has added value amenities like the pillow menu, personalized mini fridge. You actually have also the private butler. You have the character private meet and greet. All of those items that are a little bit more of an extra, they are included on this particular Pineapple Villa. And then we also have swim up options. We have the aquatic park where we have our slime time happening every day at 3 p.m. We also have the pajama jam, which is the meet and greet with the characters. And believe me, the kid of your adult, how do you say, as an adult, your little kid comes out, So we have tons of options on this particular location. And then of course, we also have our gourmet village on the different type of theme restaurants that we have to offer on this. Real quick, guys, we have right now a campaign going on, and this is actually a promotion available through the platform. You can actually see this information, and I know Michael is going to mention, but just real quick, we are bringing our Nick Jr. friends and events. What's going to happen during a particular travel window? You see that travel window, September the 8th all the way to October 31st. We're going to have different activities parties. You're gonna actually come across Paw Patrol team that maybe you're gonna do the Papa Boogie, or maybe you're gonna come across Dora or Diego who are gonna be doing a scavenger hunt with a good pirate code, or maybe Blue's Clues. Okay, so we're gonna have different type of extra experiences, activations, part of this particular promotion. And I know Michael's gonna mention where you can find that on the platform. Real quick, jumping into our last location, guys, Cap Cana in Dominican Republic. We have one property here that is called the Margaritaville Island Resort by Karisma. This is a huge option for your travelers, guys. It is a family option that we have. This is actually located on a gated area. Okay, you have to go through security in order to go into Cap Cana. Cap Cana, you will find tons of top luxury options like condominiums, apartments. It is where the high luxury life comes alive, and this is where Margaritaville is located on Juanillo Beach. Here we have from the first Launcher Brewery that we are certified on making Launcher beer. We also have here the tour where you can send your clients and let them know that they can do a mini site inspection, they can do the beer tasting, and then of course we have different type of restaurant options. The whole vibe at this particular location is very, very amazing, guys. I have been there 3 times, and I always that I go to this particular hotel, I love it because the whole vibe is amazing. We have actually an adult-only villa section, where they have their if you book your clients on this particular villas, they do have the certain items included, like the floating taco included. They also have massages, they have their private butler. So if you are booking your clients into one of those amazing villas where we have the whole swim up lagoon or lazy river, they will have those personalized items for them. If you are asking, Paulina, if I book my clients on a suite, can they come into the adult only villas? And the answer will be no, guys. In order for you to have your clients take advantage of the villas SOS bar, that's what it's called, they have to actually be booked at the villa. Real quick, guys, this is actually that I know Michael is also going to mention. We're going to have our Oktoberfest with Island Vibes. I'm very excited because if you guys are seen on social media, our floating taco bar or our mixologist class that we do on the pool, guess what? During a certain travel period, we're going to be doing activations, different type of activities. You never know, okay? Believe me, you never know, but it could be possible that Jimmy Buffett could pop up on one of the Oktoberfest travel window that we're doing, you know, but we're going to have special Oktoberfest floating beer bar experiences or even contests, scavenger hunts for all of those travelers that are traveling during this particular time period, September the 15th all the way to October the 29th. So you'll get you'll get tons of surprises whenever you send your clients during that particular celebration. Last destination, Punta Coco in Holbox Island, guys. We have here one of our EP plan options. This is actually 2 hours, 15 minutes from Cancun's International Airport. It is a very local vibe hotel here. And most of the travelers that you send to this particular option, they are looking for an adventurous location. Local vibe, it is perfect for those that are looking on that particular side of the adventurous. Okay, so we have a hotel here, 2 restaurants on site. It is a very local vibe, like I mentioned to you, and it's once again one of our EP plan options. Coming soon, guys, we're gonna have our adult-only Margaritaville here in the Riviera Maya. It's coming by beginning of next year. Is going to be huge, guys. We're going to have here a Launcher beer. We're going to have swim up options. We're going to have tons of locations for those group getaways. So if you're working with a social group or you're working with a corporate group, it is a perfect option for those particular travelers. To finish up, to wrap up, guys, remember to always register your bookings on karismatravelagents.com. Everything that you book through ALG, you can actually register on the particular link right there. We ask you to do that in order for you to keep track of your production and also to get points for those particular brands that you can exchange for complimentary nights once your travelers travel. Okay, so remember just to register everything prior to client's arrival time in order for you to get those particular points. We have our brand center, our marketing tools, our fact sheets here, all you need in that particular link. So always register your bookings in order for you to get those particular promotions or that particular incentive, and do not miss your points. And one of the top commissions that we offer is that once you are a gourmet inclusive vacation consultant, we have our up to 21% commission bookable through the ALG. Okay, so we offer this particular commission for those that are part of the GIBC program. If you are unsure what is the GIBC program, feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to assist you with any questions that you have. Here is the team, guys, real quick. We have, depending on where you are located, we have a team. Currently, we are onboarding our Northeast BDM, so bear with the person who is getting trained and we'll be happy to work with you guys. Meanwhile, for those that are on the Northeast, feel free to reach out to any of us, to myself, to Cesar, to Ana, to Jennifer, to Francisco, or to Maisol, or to Roberto. Feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to assist you with any questions that you have. So this is all the information. I know it's a lot of information, guys, to gather up, but we're always here to assist you on whatever information you need. Thank you very much.
The Karisma Gourmet Inclusive Experience. It's more than just amazing cuisine. It's expert sommeliers. It's luxurious accommodations and amazing amenities. The Karisma Gourmet Inclusive Experience. Get a taste of it today at El Dorado Spa Resorts, Azul Beach Resorts, and Generations Resorts by Karisma.
All right. Who's ready to go on vacation? Me. All right, next one. Now we're gonna, the next will be launched and will be considered, do you want to continue with the launch? Yes. All right, El Dorado Spa Resorts. And on each one of these, as you see, you're getting a certificate each time. So make sure you guys post them. All right, El Dorado Spa Resorts and Hotels by Karisma. I feel like this one's not too long.
Welcome to Palafitos Overwater Bungalows at El Dorado Maroma, an experience designed for just the two of us.
Short and sweet. Are you muted, Barney?
Sorry, guys. So yeah, short and sweet. So now we may get done with this. So anyway, sorry, guys. Let's move on. So yeah, hopefully we'll get this done today. Yeah, sorry, I had somebody asking about Amstar, and it's kind of good because we did that training. I knew where to go. So these are good for us. All right, let's go ahead and get going on Nickelodeon. Was that the one we're on next? No, I'm probably gonna mess this up.
Yeah, Nickelodeon, that's what we're in.
Nickelodeon, yeah, okay. Perfect. No, because the beach resort was like 2 minutes. 1 minute. Okay. All right, this should be a fun one. All right, introduction, Nickelodeon Resorts. Get a, what is it when they slimed, is it?
Luxury lets loose at Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Punta Cana. Plan your trip at nickresortpuntacana.com.
Okay.
luxury lets loose at Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Punta Cana. Plan your trip at nickresortpuntacana.com.
Yep. Reach out to those families, plan those summer vacations. They're very short and sweet. These are nice, quick ones. Look how colorful. Fun for the kids and the family. All right. Next. Yeah, it would be fun. All right, Margaritaville. Is it 5 o'clock somewhere? All right, let's see. Anybody showing anything? Oh, there it goes. Okay, Margaritaville Island Reserve by Karisma. All right, and next, congratulations. Now got another certificate. Look how hard you guys are working today. All right, next, Generations Riviera. Do, 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 do. Come on, come on. Okay, there we go. Yep, so right now I'm on my certificate workshop doing Karisma hotels. Sorry, guys. Do you guys remember I have a lady asking me, hold on. On I hate this phone thing. Amstar. Were you guys on Amstar? She said that when she's trying to get in, it's telling her to sign up. So I don't remember on that one, but I'll just tell her I'll work with her later on it. I would say just register like any other vendor. Archer Travel will always be the supplier, I mean the agency, and you will be the agent. Sorry. Okay. Next. And concluded that one. And looks like our knowledge test is up, right? Let's go for it. Should be short and sweet. They didn't give us much to take notes on, right? Okay, everybody ready? True or false? Charisma brands include El Dorado Spa Resorts, Nickelodeon, Margaritaville, Generations Azul, and Margaritas.
It's true.
True. Correct. Select all that apply. What is Charisma's best known for when selling the brand? Let's see that. Is it entertainment also?
I only did the food one and it said correct.
Oh, okay. Thank you. See, they tease you, you know?
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay. Charisma's amazing accommodations include which of the following?
It's all except the excursions.
There we go.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Swim up suite and overwater bungalows.
Mhm.
Palafitos are overwater bungalows at El Dorado Maroma.
Yep, they are.
That is true. Toddler inclusive perks are complimentary.
Mhm. They
That is
are.
true. Okay. So Janine saying on each portion of the videos, you can click on the 3 dots to view the website, travel agent link, and fact sheet. So yeah, and I think that's right here under resources too, possibly. Margaritaville Island Reserve Luxury brand is an all-inclusive and has its own clothing line.
Yes.
Margaritaville. So thank you, Janine. Again, always great to help each other. Generations Riviera Maya Resort is perfect for. Is that the adult? Oh, I know one was a close optional resort.
Oh, wait, which one?
This is the Generations Riviera Maya. So it only
Oh,
allows you
it's
to do
family
one.
and wedding parties, yeah.
Yeah. Correct. All right, Resort brand delivers the theater with the famous Slime Time show for families. That's easy.
Yeah.
And last but not least, charismatravelagency.com provides a destination for which of the following: marketing tools, learning, special, register, brand, exchange for complimentary, and probably all, is it? Or does anybody know?
I got it wrong. I marked all of them except the booking and it was wrong.
Let me try all. It is all.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you could book there because I thought it was in Vax.
All right, so congratulations. Did everybody pass?
Yes.
Yay, yay, yay.
Yay.
All right, so get your certificates. That was quick and easy. I don't know if you guys want to do another one or start another one. I'm game, but if not, we can just take it back up next Saturday. So it's up to you guys. We have a little group today. So
I mean, I can do another one, but it's, it's up to you if we're
let's
gonna
see what
stay.
let's see what the next one is
Let's see.
that we can do. Go back to home. Okay. All right, so down here then, rich culture. If it's short. Okay, so I don't know. You want to look at Extraordinary Europe? Maybe that's, I don't know how you can tell if
I'm
it's
trying to
short.
get back to that page.
Yeah, I just went up here to the arrows and did home.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, so this one, okay, class attachment. So this one looks like there's more. So that's not a short one. All right, let's go back and see. Let's go back to home. Okay. Social media. Look at that one. Just one class. You want to do social media?
Where Where's social media at? Let's see.
Hi, everyone. It's Sarah, your social.
Okay, you guys got it? Social
Is it
media.
looking short and sweet? I'm gonna type it at the top.
Okay.
Hang on. Social media.
Well, it's 35 minutes. So you guys good with that?
Social media is your business? Is the
Yep.
because there's a couple of them that come up.
Yeah, social media is your business, 35 minutes.
Is your business. Okay.
You guys good? Everybody on?
Yep. I
Social
am. Thank you.
media and charisma. So when I put in on my YouTube. All right, let's go.
Social media and sales strategy manager. And we have Megan Weiser on today as well, who is our social media associate. You've probably seen us all over the Travel Beat Instagram page and our Ask a Travel Advisor Facebook and TikTok pages. So make sure you're following us along. We are so thrilled to have Kelly Bertram on today's presentation. So Kelly and I met over a year ago now, and we actually met each other through social media first, and then we're on a social media fam together. And she has been an invaluable partner to us, and we felt like she was a really good travel advisor to have come on today, because not only does she sell travel, but she's also the marketing manager for Come and See Travel, and she has some really good advice. So Megan and I will be in the comments answering your questions, and without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to Kelly Bertram.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be here, and thanks to ALG for inviting me to talk today. We're going to talk all things social media, and this is one of my favorite topics. So again, I'm Kelly B Travel on all platforms. Very first social media tip for the day: make all your accounts the same handle like this. It's so easy for marketing. So today I'm going to share all about my social media journey, what works for me and what I have learned. But please know it's important to use this information as a guide to kind of help you figure out what works best for you. We all have different audiences. We use different platforms. So at the end of the day, what works best for me might not work best for you, but I hope that this gets you kind of thinking and kind of put you on that track to learn what that is for you. So I also wanted to let you know that I did get your questions, and I've tried to kind of weave them into the presentation today. But like these guys said at the end, if I didn't answer your questions, please ask, and I'd love to talk about them. So something unique about me, I came from the social work background. So I have my clinical social work license, and I'm not only a travel advisor, I also have a private practice doing mental health therapy as well. So I'm sharing this because this is very unique to me and my business. So in the social work world, we learn a lot about relationships, and the travel world is all about relationships, right? Social media is all about relationships. You're going to hear me say that word a million times today. I also share this information because I think most of us here today probably came from somewhere else before we joined the travel world. So that makes us all unique with our own businesses. And so use that in your marketing. Use kind of what sets you apart from everyone else when you're using social media. So how did I get into travel? Probably like most of you, I've always wanted a job where I travel the world. Literally getting paid to travel, there's nothing better than that. So travel literally is my life, or it's everything to me, honestly. So getting paid to travel, again, is my dream job. But the issue is, after college, I was trying all these different things, and I could not figure out how to make that happen until I found Come and See Travel, which is the agency that I'm with. And I love them. They're literally my family today. And then I became the marketing manager for the agency, which is so much fun. So I do social media on kind of the agency level with Come and See Travel. And then I also help the agents with their kind of marketing and social media as well. Next slide, please. Okay, so my social media journey, it definitely was not overnight. And I want to be very clear about that. I've been doing social media for years, and I feel like I'm just now figuring out what the heck I'm doing. And I don't say that to scare you, but just to kind of normalize the struggle a little bit. Social media is hard. It's not easy, and it takes a lot of practice. But once you find your system, it becomes so much easier. So I also want to share, I don't have a ton of followers. And this might sound kind of crazy, but I only have 3,000 on Instagram and a little over 1,000 on TikTok. And I'm thinking you guys are probably like, well, why the heck are you leading this training then? Well, the thing is, I've done trainings, social media trainings before, where the presenter has thousands or even millions of followers. And for people who are just starting out, that seems so far away. And it's honestly discouraging, because it's like, well, no wonder your business is successful. You have millions of followers. And so I'm here today because I don't have a ton of followers yet. My business is very successful. And like you see here, 90% of my leads come from social media. So what I've been able to do is learn how to market on purpose to the people that I want to work with. And so I just want to share to validate this. I was #1 in my agency last month. And then last year I was #4 overall. And again, I'm just sharing that to say, like, you can have a very successful business with little followers, but it's all about having the right followers, the followers that book with you, that then become clients. And we for sure will dive into how to actually do all that later. So over the years, I've tried all the things. I've done giveaways, collabs, different types of posts. I've gone live, literally any type. I've boosted content before, anything you can think of, I've tried over the years. And so everything I'm presenting today is based off of my trial and error and what I've experienced throughout the different accounts. And then, like I said, now today, 90% of my brand new leads come from Instagram and TikTok, which is pretty cool. Next slide, please. Okay, this is very important. So I share this with all of our new agents all the time. Anytime we hire new agents for the agency, I lead a social media training, and this is one of the first things I share. Social media is not an extra thing in your business. It is your business. And I was literally saying earlier, I don't have a business without social media. And so I'm very aware of that. And so I kind of use social media on the same level as responding to an email, right? Like it is part of my business. It's not just something fun, or it's not just something, oh, I'll get to when I have time for it. For me, like I said, I know that I wouldn't have a business if I didn't have social media. So I treat my accounts like that, like my business. I put the same amount of effort into my social media and just marketing in general, as I do the same amount of effort into trips and to all those other things, working with my clients. Another thing to think about with this kind of point is your social media is a representation of your business. So what I mean by that is if you have, for example, if you have a bunch of typos or you have some blurry photos, things like that, that potentially could come off as a lack of attention to detail, or just maybe not, maybe a lack of effort, right? And so the issue with that is potential clients might see that and they might think that you would have little attention to detail when planning their trips, or might not put in a lot of effort planning their trips. And so it's just a good idea to produce high quality content and really put some effort into your social media, just like you put effort into the trips you plan for your clients. People vet a business based off of website, social media, any other type of content that's produced. When someone's deciding to work with you, they're going to look at those things. And so you want to present yourself as, you know, professional, and that you're putting in the effort into all of your marketing, just like you're going to put the effort into the trips that you're planning for your clients. Next slide, please. Okay, so we're going to hang at this slide for a little bit longer. There's a lot of information I want to share on this slide, but so there's a lot of platforms out there, and it's so easy to feel overwhelmed with it all. And I know even today, sometimes I get overwhelmed, and I'm literally leading this presentation about social media, but I have some things to share that hopefully will help you. The first thing is think about your ideal client. And I'm sure you've heard that term before, but this might not be the client you have now. It might be, but it might not. It also might be the client that you want to have. And so so when you think about your ideal client, think about where they're showing up. And I'll kind of go through and explain my different platforms and what my audiences look like on each platform. And then hopefully this gives you kind of some ideas of, oh, like who are the people that I'm friends with on Facebook, or who are the people that are following me on Instagram? So I'll kind of go through each one and kind of give an example. So for me, majority of my followers on Facebook are millennials or above. A lot of them are also local. So if I'm trying to reach people outside of my local network, I don't go to Facebook for that, because I know that my followers or my friends on Facebook are majority local. Those are like the high school friends. Those are my family. Like that's kind of where Facebook is for me. And so if I'm planning a local event, if I'm trying to connect with other local small businesses, maybe doing some type of a collaboration, an event, a giveaway, something, I want to do all that on Facebook, because that's where those people are for me. Instagram for me is very heavy travel content, and I have friends all over the world there. So anytime, this is kind of fun, anytime I'm traveling, Instagram is the place where we exchange our information. So, and then when I'm trying to reach a wide audience, I go to Instagram. So for example, and I've learned this myself, this is something I recommend you kind of try, but if I post the same post on Instagram and Facebook, it doesn't do the same. I don't get the same amount of engagement. I don't get the same amount of sales from it or whatever. And so I kind of tailor different things to Facebook and then different things to Instagram. So then with Instagram is where I do a lot of like collaborative posts with other either brands or other businesses. I do a lot of giveaways on Instagram, and then my kind of quote unquote pretty content goes on Instagram. Instagram for me is much more curated and kind of pretty looking, I guess. For Twitter, I have to be completely honest with you. I don't use Twitter. Doesn't mean you can't. There's plenty of people, clearly 397 million people use Twitter. It's just not my thing. It's not where I put my energy. So I can't really speak much about that today, but if you've never used it, give it a try and see if it works for you. Okay, TikTok. Now I know this, actually ALG already has a TikTok training about this, so go watch that, but I'll share just a little bit about it right now. TikTok is the place where I get to be kind of silly and really be myself. I'm still very professional over there, but the content is not as polished. So it's not as pretty, so to speak, quote unquote, as Instagram. So, and to be completely honest with you, in fact, I've posted the same content on Instagram and TikTok, similar to what I was just saying about Facebook. It doesn't do the same. So the content that is super kind of personal and unedited, that does the best for me on TikTok. And then the content where it's heavily edited and there's a bunch of transitions and stuff like that, it doesn't do well for me over there. So again, this is the whole point of this training, is for you guys to really think of what works for you. And this is what I have learned. But to be honest, I had to trial and error that and really see, okay, the people that follow me, what do they like? And it wasn't the nice, pretty content on TikTok. So the other thing is like on TikTok, I feel like building relationships is a lot easier for me to do over there. So for example, I literally this week, I just added this into my notes on Monday, but I legit booked a group trip this week. And the girl's exact words were, "You're so nice. It's so easy working with you." And that's why I reached out to you after I saw your TikTok. So she was able to get to know me so well that she decided to book with me. And it was all just from one TikTok video. So I actually need to ask her what video that was, because that would be really good market research. I'm going to do that actually. So one of the questions, a lot of you asked about websites, and I know we don't have a picture of websites up on this slide, but I just wanted to touch on websites for a second. So some of the questions were, are websites effective? Wouldn't it be better to just have a travel website? So I want you to think of this a little differently. Think of social media as like your virtual business card. It's an introduction of yourself to the world, but the goal is to get them to go to your link in bio where they fill out the quote form, or where they go to your website or whatever, to then get started with the booking process. So don't think of social media and your website as two separate things. Really think of social media as your marketing tool to get people over to your website. So again, or wherever the booking process starts, because I know not everyone has a website, and that's fine. But the whole point of social media is to market yourself to then get them to wherever the booking process starts. So yes, websites are important, but in combination with social media. And you know that saying, like, if they build it, or if you build it, they will come. That's not really true. Like, you can have a website, but how are you going to get people there? How are you going to get people to go to your website? And social media can be that tool to help get people to your website. I also got a couple questions about what social media platform is best. And you can probably guess what I'm about to say, but it's really based on your specific clients and your specific business model, your goals, things like that. So for me, I focus mostly on Instagram and TikTok because that is where my ideal clients are hanging out. So I book a lot of weddings, honeymoons, bachelorette trips, and I have learned with my audience, that clientele is on Instagram and TikTok. I don't get a lot of those from Facebook, so I don't kind of focus on Facebook as much. But again, that's my audience and what I have found where I get my most clients from. And if you don't have this on your quote form already, ask people where they found you from. So the 90% that I mentioned in the beginning, I actually calculated that number based off of my quote forms. I can see exactly where people are coming from. And so literally all my quote forms say Instagram and TikTok. So that's kind of how I came up with this information. But yeah, I have built my followers kind of on those two apps to reflect my ideal client. I do have a little bit of a trick later that I'll share about of how you can kind of figure out your specific audience and what platforms work best for you as you're kind of figuring out your ideal clients. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is really important. So people ask all the time, how many times should I post a day? What should I be focusing on? This is a really important slide. Speaking specifically to my audience, a trick that I have found to work, and this is kind of backwards marketing, but it is very helpful. So a trick to kind of share with you is look at the people who are liking your content, who are already messaging you, who are already commenting on stuff. Who are they? What are those people like? What type of travel do they do? And like I said, this is kind of a little bit of a backwards marketing, but if you already have people engaging with your stuff, like with all of your content, learn about them and then market for them, right? Market for who they are and what type of travel they like. Now, that doesn't work for everyone, because for me, I'm specialized. There are things that I book and there are things that I don't. And so that won't work for me. But especially if you're starting out and you're really just trying to figure all this out, that could be a really good way to kind of learn who your people are and what things you also enjoy booking and things like that too. Another question we got a lot was about boosting content and running ads. So this can be tricky. So people basically were asking, like, is it worth it? Like, should I boost? Should I run ads? Again, this is a tricky question because in my personal experience, ads have not been helpful for me. So I personally focus more on organic reach. However, it absolutely works. Like Sarah and I were talking yesterday, it works for them sometimes. And so it can work, of course. But what I recommend is, especially if you're just starting out, run a couple ads, boost some content, and just test it out for yourself. The trick is, though, don't just boost and then never look at it again. Like if you're going to spend the money on running an ad or boosting your content, really pay attention to what it did for you. Did it do anything for you? What kind of people were looking at it? What kind of people were engaging with it? Did it actually work? That's obviously a kind of a duh, but so we all have different audiences, of course, and so it might work well for you. I will say, though, don't just boost everything to get more likes. Really think about the purpose of the content that you're trying, or really think about the purpose of the boost and what you're trying to get from it. So do you want more website clicks? Do you want more profile visits? Do you want more engagement? Like what are you trying to get? And then think about, is that content that I'm boosting actually going to get me what I want from this? Because again, if you're just like, oh, I just need more followers, and then you just boost things, that will not be helpful. So just make sure there's kind of a purpose there, if that makes sense. Next slide, please. Okay, so I've already talked about this a little bit, but your ideal client, this is very important, but this is kind of different than what I just said. So hopefully I'm not confusing you, but any good marketing manager will tell you, you have to know who you're marketing to. Who is your audience? Who is your ideal client? And so it's not going to be helpful to just post whatever with no purpose or no strategy behind it. Another thing is post what you actually want to book. So this is a super easy example I use every time I'm talking about this. If you don't want to book Disney, don't post about Disney, right? And if you want to post more, or I'm sorry, if you want to book more weddings, post more content about weddings. Like, it really is that simple. And I share this because when I first started, I was just like, I have no idea what I want to book, or I have no idea what I'm interested in. So I'm just going to post everything, which is fine. But then it's just too messy and it gets really confusing. So the other thing with this is you don't have to only market to the clients you currently have. And I know I kind of said this already, but again, a super easy example to explain this is, let's say you book a lot of Disney right now, but you're not passionate about it. It's not something that you want to continue. You are allowed to change your marketing. You are allowed to pivot and make changes. That's exactly what I've been doing all of these years. And so maybe you want to start booking more Caribbean all-inclusives or Europe or whatever. You can switch your marketing to that, and that's okay. And like I said, the whole reason I'm here today is because I made changes along the way until I figured out what works for me. Just some little things to remember: brands and future clients are watching. So don't be complaining and negative on your social media. It's not a good thing. If the issue is, if a potential client sees that, that could deter them from wanting to work with you because they might think that you would be that way to them. You know, it's like, if you're talking bad about a client, how do I know you won't talk bad about me, kind of thing. Another point I want to make, and I'm saying this very carefully, but if you only post about deals, then you're kind of only going to attract people who want deals, right? And it's totally fine. If that is your business model, absolutely keep going, totally fine. Just a thought though, if you post more about experiences and the value of travel, you're going to attract people that want the experiences. So personal here, I never talk about price on my social media. I just don't do that. Like, I won't, post the price of a week stay somewhere or something, because number one, we all know that prices change all the time, right? And so just save yourself the heartache of someone being like, well, last week when you posted about this trip, it was this price, and now it's more expensive. Well, that happens. But also the other thing is, I want to attract people that value travel and value the experience, and not, kind of just only care about the price. So again, that's my model. That's something that I found that works for me. Obviously, if that goes against your business model, that's okay. But again, this is kind of an example of, I figured out what works for me. You have to figure out what works for you too. I did get a couple questions about how to know what to post, and like making content schedules and things like that. So I actually have another little trick for you. If you're watching this on your computer, grab your phone. If you're on your phone, it's okay, but grab your phone and go to Instagram and type in the search bar, literally anything, but I guess type in travel for just this conversation, but don't hit enter yet. So type in travel, don't hit enter. Just notice what pops up below that. So these are called keywords. So these are words that people are searching frequently. These are commonly searched terms, okay? So if you make content that is responding to those commonly searched keywords, you're giving the people what they want. But really, like, you're creating content that people are already searching for, right? And so the chances of you being seen are going to be a lot higher. You can also do this on Google. So go to Google, you type in, it can be a question, keywords, whatever, you can hit enter on that. And then if you scroll down, I don't know, maybe half of the page or something, you'll see other questions that you can click on. Those, it's that same idea. Those are questions that people have been searching. And so if you create content answering those questions, that's a good idea. And you're probably going to reach some more people that way. Also, it's just really helpful if you literally have no idea what to post, go do some, it's called market research, but go do some research on what people are searching for, what questions people are asking, and then kind of create content answering those things. Next slide, please. Okay, so I think I've been saying every slide is the most important, but this one is the most important. You have to show your face. I know it's scary. I know all the things, but you really do. So remember in the beginning, I talked about relationships. You cannot build a relationship with someone if they don't even know what you look like. I mean, you just can't. So when people are deciding if they want to work with you, they have to trust you, right? This is just business 101. When a client decides to work with a business, they're trusting that business. They're putting trust into that business. Well, people are choosing to book with you because it's you, right? They know you, they like you, they trust you, they value your opinion. But the only way to get clients to feel this way is for them to get to know you, right? And they can't get to know you, like I said, if they never see your face. So I do want to say graphics, stock photos, those are fine for kind of filler days and you have nothing else, but you just want to kind of put something there, that's okay. But in my opinion and in my experience, the posts with me in them do the best. Or another way to be a little bit more personal without showing your face sometimes is doing voiceovers. So you can make a reel and record a voiceover of you talking. So it's not your face, but it is still you, it's your voice. And again, that's a way to build kind of a connection with your followers or with people who are watching it. I do want to say though, if you're going to use stock photos, a great idea is to pull from suppliers' content libraries that they provide for us, and then tag them in it, and they might reshare you, and they might kind of boost you out to their world, to their audience. So that's kind of cool. Also, think about the content that you engage with. So what stops you in mid-scroll? You're scrolling, I don't know, laying in bed, scrolling on Instagram. What makes you stop? What is the content that makes you stop and read the caption or comment or follow the person? So it's interesting. There's actually research that shows in advertising, when a consumer sees an ad with another human being in it, the ad usually does much better than just words or a pretty picture. And it's because it's that kind of relationship piece, but it's also like when we see another human being on the beach, for example, we kind of envision ourselves on the beach, right? We kind of put ourselves in the photo, where if the picture is just a pretty beach, it could be the best beach in the entire world, but it might not evoke the same emotions and connection that a picture of you on that beach would. So, and then this last bullet point is my favorite: treat your social media like a party. Talk to everyone, be yourself, have a good time. This means get in the comments and respond, or comment on other people's posts, message people in stories, do fun things on your stories, just have fun with it and be yourself. Someone did ask what was one thing that was a game changer for me. Literally this. The second I viewed my social media as a relationship with future clients, changed everything for me. Again, I don't view social media as just another task on my to-do list. I view it as I'm at a party and I'm talking to all the people at the party and we're just hanging out. And honestly, that I think has been a huge game changer for me personally. Next slide, please. Okay, so I'm going to be the first one to tell you, having a large following means absolutely nothing if they're not booking with you. So having a following is just about credibility, right? So when someone is deciding to work with you, they're going to check your social media first. It's 2023, social media is the thing. And like I said earlier, when most people are vetting businesses, they're going to go to social media and they're going to see your account. They're going to scroll through old posts, click your links in your bio, try to get to know you before they decide if they want to work with you or not. For most people, the follower count just validates your credibility. So what that means is people will see, a bunch of followers and immediately it gives them a feeling of trust because they're like, oh, all these other people trust this person, I can too, right? But remember, I only have 3,000 followers on Instagram. And again, it's not about, but those 3,000, I mean, not all 3,000, but they book, right? And so that's how my business has been able to grow. And so again, it's not about quality over quantity. Absolutely. That second bullet point. It's not about, the goal doesn't need to be get all these followers, because at the end of the day, we need loyal followers who become clients. We don't need a million people just watching us, right? Because at the end of the day, we're trying to grow our business, make more sales, all the things. A million people just watching us doesn't really do that. So quality over quantity, always. Someone did ask, how can I get people to comment and engage? Oh my gosh, how long do we have? This is really tricky. It is. And to be honest with you, this is the hardest part about making content, in my opinion. I have to be honest with you, people on social media I mean this in the nicest way possible, we're kind of lazy. We don't want to have to click a million things. We don't want to have to type. We just want to mindless scroll. And there's a whole thing with that. But a little trick that I have learned that works well is opinionated content. Please listen very carefully when I share this. I don't mean controversial. I don't mean negative. I don't mean argumentative. There's a big difference. An example of what I mean by this is, for example, saying carry on is better than checked, right? Now, us all being travel professionals, we know that sometimes carry on is best, and we know that sometimes you do need to check a bag, and that's fine, or whatever. But what this post does is it evokes emotions, because there's going to be people that agree, and then there's going to be people that don't. And so both sides will want to share their feelings and their opinions about it, which will then help engagement on your account. So this is honestly a trick I use a lot. And again, I keep it lighthearted. I keep it fun. For example, like M&Ms versus peanut, like regular M&Ms versus peanut M&Ms, whatever. It can still be lighthearted and fun. Definitely not negative or harsh. But like I said, I do this all the time, and I see growth using this trick. I don't do every post though. That's important. But yeah, that's just an easy way to kind of help your account grow and then encourage commenting and engagement. Next slide, please. Okay, this is crazy. So I recently had a video go super viral. It is at 9 million views right now. I wanted it to get to 10 so bad, but like I said, it's currently at 9 million. And the crazy thing is though, I have to be completely honest with you, because people don't say this. This did very little for my business overall in terms of sales and leads. And I have some things I want to share about that. So viral does not always mean more business, just heads up. It absolutely can. And I know it has worked for plenty of other people out there. But what this video did for me though, was it shared my profile out into the world, and it built my credibility on the platform. So I did get a bunch of new followers from this video, which hopefully will one day lead to bookings. But at the end of the day, it just built that credibility on my account, which is worth it to me. That's really fine. But let's talk about why this video went viral, because it's kind of crazy. So as you can see, the video is, oh, someone said they saw it up. That's so cool. So this is me right here. And then my sister is the other one. So obviously I'm the travel agent. So I'm the one who plans and books everything. And then this is what's crazy, is this is actually true. This is my sister, who actually just shows up and doesn't even know anything about the trip. So I posted this, I put kind of a funny audio to it. And the crazy thing is, I posted this, I don't remember the exact date. Oh, maybe it was May 18th. Okay, May 18th. I posted this months ago, and it was probably a good 3 weeks to a month before it blew up. So delayed reaction is definitely a thing on social media. So never get discouraged about that. But let's talk about, why did it go viral? So first thing, it's relatable, right? So basically the video showed me and my sister, like I said, me planning everything. My sister literally just shows up and is like, I don't even know where we're going. It's funny, right? But it was relatable to so many people and what they were doing. And this is why it went viral. People were tagging their travel buddy. So they were tagging their sibling or their friend or their mom or whatever, saying like, I'm the first one, you're the second one. And it started conversation. And also, I was just looking at this the other day. It has 183,000 shares. So 183,000 people put this, either shared it to someone else or put it on their stories. Crazy. And so the whole point with this is you want relatable and shareable content. Okay. Let's see if there's any. Okay, that's it for that slide. Next slide, please. Okay, so I know I've been talking a lot. I want to open up to questions, but I do just want to say social media is a game. You just have to figure out how to play that game. But once you figure out how to play the game and win, it will work well for your business. Again, everything I shared today was what I have learned, what works for me. And I hope you can kind of take this as like a framework or a guide to then go back and start kind of learning what are the things that will work for you. And if I can say anything at all, it's trial and error, literally can be your best friend. And don't get discouraged if things don't work. Use that as a learning opportunity to say, okay, this didn't work, but I'm going to try something different. And hopefully that'll work too. So thank you for letting me talk your ear off, and I'm open to questions.
All right. So we finished that one. So again, okay. Oh, Haley said it was delivered. Maybe it's in the mailbox. I don't know. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's get out of here. Yeah, that was good information, huh? So yeah, I printed that out so I can share it with my team. So again, always keep learning, guys. Okay, so print certificates, and now you got another certificate. Post it, let people know you're now a pro at social media. All right, guys, so I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Again, I know it throws everybody off schedule, so I apologize, but don't forget to join me. Jamaica and the Crazy. That one's an amazing one. If you have not done this One Love Rewards Jamaica Specialist Program, please join us on Thursday, say at 10 a.m. Thursday. Graduation benefits. They do a lot of promotions, lunch and learns, dinners, etc. They gave away like 4 trips, the last one here in Vegas. So definitely join us for that. We're going to start the cruise, Seabourn cruise on Friday, and then we'll start back with ALG on Saturday. Okay, so yes, have an amazing Sunday, guys. Have a great week. Don't forget to get on that Expedia TAP training with David on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific. Definitely join the Expedia TAP rewards. You definitely want to join that. And again, just have fun and stay plugged in. And as we say, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And if we don't see it at the beaches of the world, we'll see it at the bank. So have a great day, guys. I'll go ahead and get this posted. Appreciate your time. And love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Thank you. Bye.